She's an old school girl, full of pearls. She's seen it all, been around the world. She's had to fall, even crawl, but she got it back together. Now she's queen of the ball. She's a mother, she's a boss. She wears a crown, she paid the cost. When she's walking, they'll be talking, saying, bread maker, risk taker, head shaker, don't forsake her.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey everybody, it's your girl Cherry the Boom. We are here. We are motherfucking recording. Bitch, this is my very first podcast episode, you guys. It's been a long time coming. I'm so motherfucking excited and nervous. So you guys just bear with me. We're gonna talk about so much. We have a special guest, you guys, and I'm just ready to do this. Bomb Squad, shout out to my girls, to my followers that's been following me for a very long time. Shout out to the real ones that's been riding with a bitch since day one. I love you guys, and I have brought cherry on top here just for you. So, to get the intro started, there's so many things that people ask me on a daily. People have so many questions. People have so many assumptions of who I am, who I may be like in real life. You know, a lot of bitches say they don't like me, but a bitch ain't gonna do shit. Okay? But to answer some of the questions that came through when we started the podcast was, who is Cherry the Boom? So to let you guys know, other than this internet sensation, Cherry the Boom is really a humble, sweet, loving woman, okay? I ain't gonna take no shit, but at the same time, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna match your energy, and we're gonna be good if you allow us to be good. Some of the other misconceptions that people have about me is that I'm mean, that I don't like women. And on the podcast today, those are some things that I really want to talk about. I think that as a black trans woman in America, people expect us to be who they want us to be. And when you have a black woman like myself who is bold, who is brilliant, who is beautiful, who is outspoken, who is talented, and who loves the Lord, people are intimidated by my presence. And as a proud black trans woman, I have to make sure that we are on the forefront and we are seen, we are heard, and we are walking in our truth. Okay. Also on the podcast, some of the things that you can expect from the podcast is top-notch guests, recipes, food, desserts. We're going to do a lot of interviews. We're going to do a lot of live streams. We're going to do a lot of promotions. So if you guys want to promote your business, if you guys want to sponsor a bitch, help a bitch out, let's get this thing on the road. I am happy to be here. Make sure you guys subscribe and let's do the damn thing. Okay. Another thing that I have done on social media is my Motivational Mondays. I've gotten so much feedback on it. People have really been in tune. I've gotten so much positive feedback like, Cherry, we love to see you in this light. And I'm like, you will always see me in this light when you give me the genuine opportunity to get to know me. I love to uplift people because the life that I've lived, the places that I've been, and the things that I've gone through, you need more positive, loving people who pour into you and who give back genuinely. Okay? But as we get tonight started, you guys, I have a guest tonight that I love so much. I've been a fan of for so many years. And getting to know this individual, he has been so sweet, so kind, so respectful, such a gentleman and a lady at the same damn time. And we're going to have a special guest for you guys, okay? So get ready for that. Miss Lawrence Washington is an Atlanta native. Lawrence is a celebrated hairstylist of 20 years, actor, singer, activist, philanthropist. The gender non-conforming artist, better known as Miss Lawrence, just recently won the award of all awards in Atlanta, the Phoenix Award, presented by Mayor Andre Dickens. Miss Lawrence was also casted in Lee Daniels' The Deliverance, Universal Pictures film The Bros, also starred in the hit show on Fox, Star, playing the unforgettable Miss Bruce, which was also co-starred with the queen of UNITY, Queen Latifah. Not only is Miss Lawrence slaying on television, film, and fashion, but he is also sending a powerful message through music. In 2020, Lawrence was applauded his number one song, Stand By Me, and Say Her Name. He also received an award at the Plated Purpose, where it is a event where black, queer, and black straight community come together for an understanding, to get to know each other, to love, and to share an environment of peace, positivity, and love. Okay? And the Plated Purpose, you guys definitely have to get into it. Hopefully one day we'll all get an invite. Hint, hint. But it's also sponsored by BET, Ciroc Vodka, Gilead Science, and it normally has special guests like Mary J. Blige, Andra Day, Fat Joe, just to name a few. And while being such an icon, Miss Lawrence still takes the time out of his personal life to be the iconic mother of the House of Balenciaga. So you guys give it up for Miss Lawrence.
She's an old school girl, full of pearls. She's seen it all, been around the world. She's had to fall, even crawl, but she got it back together. Now she's queen of the ball. She's a mother, she's a boss. She wears a crown, she paid the cost. When she's walking, they'll be talking, saying, bread maker, wrist taker, head shaker. Don't forsake her. Say honey. Oh, yeah. Say honey. What's her name? Can you say her name when you know she's legendary? Let's start in January. I know you can remember all the way through late December. She's
Yes, honey. Yes.
Hey, daughter.
Hello, mother dear.
Congratulations on Cherry on Top.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Elevating.
Thank God. God is good. You guys, we have the iconic Miss Lawrence in the motherfucking building. Okay. I got some questions in for Miss Lawrence. We're going to do a quick little interview. The first question is, Miss Lawrence, how do we know each other? And I want to start by answering that because you guys know, y'all know me, but no shade, this is an honor for me. I remember as a young child, even before I transitioned, seeing Miss Lawrence on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And to move from a small town where I'm from and to come to a big city such as Atlanta and to see people truly being true to who they are, no matter what form it is, no matter how feminine or masculine it is, but to see people that's bold and honest with who they are, it was always an honor, and it was always good to see, because where I'm from, in a country town like Tiptonville, Tennessee, we don't have that. Okay, so to see people that show up in their true form is a blessing, and there's a lot of people that may be watching this right now that may be inspired from you, me, him, them, they, everyone, okay? So I met Miss Lawrence. I met her. She didn't meet me. I met Miss Lawrence at a house party years ago when you were working on Housewives. And I remember just sitting in the corner. I was one of your little friends' piece at the time. We don't leave them out of it. Okay. But I just saw you and I was just so in awe. And then to see where you've come from, to see you follow your dreams, because I also remember when you left hair, doing hair. So to see someone just to up and stop their career to follow their dreams, it is so powerful. And it left a big impression on me. So thank you.
Thank you.
When was your first time seeing me?
I don't remember.
Oh?
No, because, no. I want to say I had obviously had seen you out and about, but I don't think we got fully acquainted until you came to the House of Balenciaga, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
When you came to the House of Balenciaga.
I told y'all, I had met her. She ain't meet me.
But you know, and with that, I learned in a short amount of time a lot about Cherry. She ended up going to the same church. She's very spiritual. She loved the Lord with everything, and clearly God loves her. Amen. As He loves us all. Amen. She's very competitive. She don't mind, and she ain't scared to speak her piece. I think All of y'all know that. And I gravitated to that because once upon a time, I was extremely vocal and always felt like anything that came up had to come out. And so just watching her, I just kind of felt like we could do each other good. And so I took it upon myself to nurture her beyond just being a part of the House of Balenciaga. It extended our friendship, relationship, extended beyond ballroom.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful. I think you are a dynamic person, still a hothead. Still a work in progress.
God is working on me.
As we all are.
As we all
are. But I'm just so happy to see that you are taking the necessary steps to elevate yourself.
Thank you. Okay, and the next question is, where is Miss Lawrence today? What is Miss Lawrence doing? What has she done? Where is she going? What's some new projects you have coming up?
Well, as you know, you told the people earlier, I call it my movement, Plated Purpose. I started that over the pandemic because I saw that there was still a very strong need for unionship within the Black culture as it relates to the relationships between Black LGBTQ and Black straight people. And so I started Plated Purpose to help to mend the relationships and the hearts between the two communities. So I'm steady working and doing stuff with that. I just finished a dinner for National HIV Testing Day with Gilead to bring awareness around getting tested, more specifically for our black women, because they are in the higher rankings of new infection rates amongst their white counterparts. And so because my following is 95% Black women, I felt like it was my duty and responsibility to share with them and to get the message across to them. I also just wrapped a movie. I just wrapped a movie called Judgment Day. That will be, I want to say it's, I don't know. I think it's Prime. I think. But anyway, it's with Will Ferrell and Zac Efron, so I'm super, super excited about that. This would be my second comedy.
Okay, celebrity.
Yes, honey. Listen, when they called me and said, we need you for this movie, I said, who is it? They said, Will Ferrell and Zac Efron. I said, bitch, why I signed the paper?
Hello. And let me say this, not to cut you off, but one thing that I really live for you is that you have brought you to TV. Even though you are playing characters and they have different names and different identity, I love the fact that you have brought attention to all type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I truly believe, and people have always asked me, they'll say, well, aren't you afraid of being typecast? Or do you think that, will you ever play a straight character? And my response and rebuttal to that is always, I can play anything.
Right.
I can act. I can play a straight man. Yes, I can do all of that. But why would I need to when there are still so many types of gay people, queer people, trans people, you name it, whose stories have yet to still be told? And why would I long to play a straight? We've seen straight people and straight characters in movies and films and television shows and stage plays since the beginning. We are still revving up because the world still has yet to see all of the colors of who we are as Black LGBTQ people. And so any and every time I get a new script and it is a gay character, whether it's flamboyant or not, I am excited and I want to make sure that whatever that character's story is, that it gets told and it gets told properly and it gets its just due. So I forgot what your question was. But
no, where are you today?
So yeah, that's what. So in a nutshell, that is where I am today. I'm still doing my acting thing. I'm working on my activism stuff, and I'm also dibbling dabbling in real estate because, as we all know, this country, we don't know what the hell we on the way to. We don't know what's going. But one thing for sure, and two things for certain, ain't no more land being built.
Ooh.
Ain't no more land being built. And I want my feet planted on the ground wherever I can.
Okay, you better put them boots on the ground. Okay, my next question is, if you have one, what is your most memorable moment in your career? From hair to music to acting.
Okay. So my most memorable moment as a hairstylist, when I was a hairstylist, was when I competed in 2005 for the Bronner Brother Hair Battle Royale. That definitely took my career to higher heights. My name became more known, especially within the city, but also within the industry all over in the states. That was a big highlight for me. As an actor, I've had a lot of moments in the sun with that. I would have to say the first day stepping on set at Star.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, the first day I stepped on set at Star, and I got to work with the Queen Latifah, and then
UNITY.
Yes. Come into my house. That's my song that she got. But anyway, and Naomi Campbell and Patti LaBelle and my brother Luke James and all those people that I got to work with. My sister Amaya Scott, who I got to work with on Star, was very dreamy for me. And then when I was able to, when I did the United States versus Billie Holiday, that was a real treat. It was the heaviest job that I've had so far. Because I felt such a strong responsibility to get my character story told in the best way possible. My character was Miss Freddie, who was a real person whose story had never been told. People never knew about him because in that era, you weren't allowed to be openly gay. You would be arrested for it and all that kind of stuff. And fast forward decades later, here I am, get to sit here and get to, be on national television because of people like Miss Freddie, because Miss Freddie, walked so that I could run and so that so many others could run. I wanted to make sure that his story, which was so heartbreaking, was told in the best of my ability, and I feel like I conquered that. So that was a moment in the sun. As an advocate, or just one of the things that got me into advocacy and that really broke that wall that kept me bound from even communicating, especially with black straight men, is when I went to Barack Obama's farewell party as the president. I was invited to the White House maybe twice while he was in office, and the last time was his farewell. And I got a chance to. We were somewhere in the West Wing, and he came. There was an after party, and I was on the floor and I was dancing because I've always shown up as myself. Even when I was little, my parents would cry and fall all out and they couldn't stand it. But whatever, I still showed up as myself, just as gay as I goddamn knew how to be. Bitch. So I'm at the White House and I had a kimono on, red lipstick. I had these pearl Gucci shoes on, and I was on the floor tearing it up. And I think my brother DJ Nice was DJing, and I'm on the floor, bitch, just voguing and carrying on, and all of the things. And there's this rush of people run towards me, and Bevy Smith runs across the floor. And she's like, "Turn around, turn around." So I turned around, and Barack was behind me trying to mimic what I was doing. Literally, Barack Obama was dancing with me.
Come on, Barack voguing.
Listen, and in that, I won't say he was voguing, but I'm sure he didn't know what the hell I was doing. He was just like, "Oh, what is it?"
Right.
But in that moment, something broke. Because I've always known that I needed to somehow repair or just make better my relationship, especially with black men. And I always thought, I said, well, they don't fuck with me, I ain't gonna fuck with them. Like, we gonna keep it like that forever. And we can't live like that, right? Not as a people, we just can't. And in that moment, to have the most celebrated black man, the most respected black man, especially at that time, the most adored heartbeat of the United States at that time, to come and dance with me. I said, there's hope. I said, there's hope. And that did something for me. And then, I just started studying and researching and figuring out where our discontents started and where they came from. And as time moved forward, and we got into the pandemic, and there was this big uptick of homophobic stuff happening and transphobia stuff that just happened, like with the artist DaBaby, and it was all kind of shit going on. And I was just like, wait, we got to figure this out. I said, because it feels like we're going backwards. And the truth of the matter is, we weren't necessarily going backwards. It was just that everybody was sitting at home and they had their little devices. And everything they was feeling on the inside just came out. So I always say, a lot of things have to happen. Everything has to be revealed for us to move forward, on one accord. So while all of this surge of homophobia and transphobia and all this stuff came up, I picked up the phone. I'm like, I want to do something. I sit in a very privileged space, I will have to say, because after being a hairstylist for 20 years and knowing the language of my straight community, and knowing and being very proud and gay, a mother in ballroom and you name it, I know the language of my LGBTQ community, Black LGBTQ community. And I know I understand where we both sit in our points of views. And I said, well, the common denominator is misinformation. The common denominator is we've all been taught wrong about each other. And if you've studied and shown thyself approved, then you have a responsibility to share that information. And so I picked up the phone and I think I might have called 3 people. I called my very close friend, Ashana Ayers. I called Bevy Smith, and I called my good girlfriend, April Ryan. And I said, I want to do something. And I reached out to Ciroc Vodka. I reached out to, at that time, the president of marketing, and I said, I want to do something to aid in bridging the gap between the communities. I said, because this is not going to go well. I said, and all of this stuff, I believe it's being put out here on purpose to further distract us and further divide us. And we can't do that. Not when we're on the precipice of, at that time we was getting ready for the next election and all that kind of stuff. I said, we don't have time and we can't afford to go in this direction. And that's when I created, the first one was called The Family Table. And I invited a certain group of my straight friends and a certain group of my friends that are in the LGBTQ community, or just people. Some of them I wasn't even friends with, but I invited them. And it was such a beautiful moment. We said a prayer, we ate, we communed, we loved on each other, and there was a toast. There was a unity toast that happened at the end. And because of that, I was offered to do another one for BET. I did that one next. At that dinner, Mary J. Blige showed up, Slick Rick showed up, you name it. I've gotten the support of Fat Joe and you name it. And so it lets me know that it's working. And after every dinner, people walk away with something. Yes. Because I believe when you talk about a call to action, people need to walk away with knowing exactly what that is. And the call to action for Plated Purpose is to share the information, share the experience, share the idea that we are much stronger together than we are separated. Absolutely. And so all of my dinners, when it comes to my advocacy work, has been a moment in the sun and a highlight for me on that side of my career.
No, I'm here for it because, when you say that, it makes me want to do that for the trans community and biological women.
Black women, yes.
Because there's a thing, and I always call it a thing, you be too outspoken, they'll say you don't like women, they're quick to call us men or whatever the case may be. But because of my following also, 90% of my following is biological Black women. So I do know that it's not a every Black woman thing, but I do believe that there is hope, like you said earlier, that we can all come together because we're stronger together than apart.
We are. I just think, what I think it is? I think to approach it, you have to approach it with grace. You have to approach that group, and when I say that group, the biological women that you speak of, you have to approach it with grace. What is that? Forgive them for they know not what they do, and that goes both ways. To my heterosexual community, Give us the same grace as we're going to give you the same grace, and let's come to a meeting ground and let's hash it all out. I say all the time there needs to be a reintroduction. So if you feel led to do that, then yes, take advantage of the fact that you have that following. You know what I'm saying? Do it.
Yeah, like I want it to be done, but I also, if we're going to be real, I also know it has to be something that both parties want to do. Because even though we are here for the positivity and we want growth and we have hope that we can all come together as one, we have to also be realistic and understand and remember that everybody's not for that movement. There are people out here with just hate in their heart. There are people out here who are just ignorant. There are people out here who just don't want to see
But what
change.
conquers hate?
Love.
Where does the hate come from? Misinformation. If you've gotten the information, if you've gone out there and you have really done your due diligence and studied, and also asked God to give you the words, then be patient with that, and then you share it with them, regardless of how they respond to it. Don't be ready to rah 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 rah. You're right, cause she ready to bitch, Miss Thing girl, Miss Thing girl, Miss Thing. Look, she'll pull her little piece out, girl. Bitch, cause you can get it too. You can't. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you want to be real about it, if you want to do this shit for real, you have to be ready for whatever the response might be, because you're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it. You want to do it from a place of genuinely wanting healing in that space. You know what I'm saying? So that you got to pray on it.
Okay. We're going to leave it in God's hand because it's a work in progress. But at the same time, I'm here for love. But I'm sorry, we're all different. I'm just not here for the bullshit. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I'm not going to beg for your love. I'm not going to beg for your respect because I naturally give it to you. Why? Because I deserve it as well. Just like I deserve it, you deserve it.
I'm not telling you to take no shit off nobody.
I get it.
If somebody come at you disrespectful, then that's different.
Because no shade, one of the things that I talked about earlier is one of the biggest misconceptions about me is that I'm mean and that I hate biological women. And that is so crazy because, like I said earlier, 90% of my following is biological women. And I tell my supporters, shout out to the Bomb Squad, I tell my ladies all the time, girl, if it was not for them personally, I would not feel that there's hope. Because no shade, in an everyday experience, I have had so much hate and backlash from the black community, no shade, which is led by the black woman. And that's my truth. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I hate anyone. I'm just speaking from my truth and my experience as a black trans woman. But God's gonna work it out.
Yes, He is.
And this too shall pass.
That's right.
Okay. And moving on to the second part of this show. Okay, you guys. So I like to play games from time to time, just like I play these niggas. Oh, can we say that? Oh.
Yes, this show.
Okay, what are you talking about? I'm making sure. But I have a game that I want to play. It's called Pop or Pass That Cherry.
Oh.
Yeah, a girl can be a little naughty, a little freaky. And ain't gonna lie, girl, we like men, girl. We like, bitch, fuck it. We like. Oh, okay. So, can we get some options? Like, what's your type? Before we get into this game, what's your type? Because I'm a little pansexual. I'm learning more about me daily by daily. And I like who makes me feel good. I like a gentleman. I like someone who knows who they are. A lot of the times people say, Cherry, what type of men do you like? I like men who know who they are because that's the only way that I can submit to you. I can't submit to a man who is worried about what someone may say or think because that's what a bitch is to me.
Yeah.
That's a woman's place to be worried about and concerned about what someone may think or say about them. So what's your type?
I share that same idea. I definitely like a self-sufficient person. I like somebody that is secure with who they are. I like somebody that is conscious of their health and what they look like. I like somebody that loves God. I like somebody that has a strong prayer life. I like black men. Yeah.
Me too. Black men. It's no shade. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
You have to be very secure with yourself because a lot comes with me. So you have to be very, very secure with who you are.
Absolutely. And I also think that that is one of our main things that we look for because we've gone through so much and sacrificed so much to be true to who we are. So someone coming around straddling with their identity, that's the least of the worries, sweetie.
Yeah.
And as a man, no real man should be concerned or worried about what somebody gonna say. Who gonna beat you up? Who are you getting your bills paid by caring about what they say or think? Y'all know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And to the DL community out there, baby, let me tell you something. The only person checking for you are punks with no morals and women with no class. Okay, y'all are so 1980. No one's living in the closet with you no more.
But you also have to give them grace because that is, listen, some people, it takes time.
No, and I get that, but at the same time, it's how a lot of them act. It's the disrespecting. It's the bashing.
I don't go for that. Now, you can't do both. If you are still in the closet or whatever, because you just have not, you're afraid, you haven't accepted, you're afraid you may lose your family, whatever. That's one thing. But don't be in the closet and disrespect a bitch that's living in her truth and is comfortable. Now, bitch, you ain't doing that.
But that's the only people that are doing it. Let's talk about it. Because when you're comfortable with yourself, just like we might not like women, but there's no need for us to bash her or to shade her.
I know some men that are not out that have the utmost respect. I do. I do.
We're speaking for the majority. You may know one or two, but you also know 10 to 20 that have been outright disrespectful, if we can just go be real.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of that comes from, I think it's a level of jealousy. I think that when they see us, like, bitch, how dare you be so comfortable and confident in who you are, and the world hates y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, how dare you be who they want you to be, and they're not paying your bills. Thank you. Okay, so let's get right into this game. Pop or pass that cherry?
Both of them can pop my shit. Both of
them. Just looking at those two, DDG, I think one thing about social media, when we get to know you personally, I'm very big on, like, how you act, how you carry yourself, how you treat your woman. And that whole fallout DDG had with Haley or Hailey, how do you pronounce it?
Oh, now from a character standpoint.
Yeah, like I think all that takes a matter of how I look at a person.
But then I don't know, because it's almost hard to judge a person off from social media, because that's, you know how I go. People have so many misconceptions and, preconceived notion, but based off of what somebody else may post about them. So I don't know, but I do know that Stefan Diggs.
Oh, no.
Baby, he can go digging.
He can pop.
He can dig.
He can boom.
No shade, no disrespect, Miss Cardi, girl.
Yeah, that ain't her man. She married.
Who married?
Cardi.
Girl, no shade.
That's not her man. I love Cardi. Don't get me wrong. They're dating.
That's her man.
She's married.
That's her man.
So we can drool.
It's no disrespect, Miss Cardi.
I love you, Cardi, girl.
But your trade
I love you, but girl, you know that
girl.
No shade. I ain't gonna say. Stefan, he know he fine, and I think Cardi knows. I think Cardi just having her fun.
Cardi
just having her fun.
Cardi know
that. But Cardi a bad bitch too, though.
Very much so.
Let's not forget that.
She's been tanning up over there in Paris.
Okay, Cardi, but no shade, Stefan, girl. I can say he can pop this cherry, girl. He fine, and I wonder what that dick look like. Thank you.
My God.
Okay, can we get
Brad Pitt. All that long. That machine gun, they scare me. I might wake up in that bitch. I don't know. That Machine Gun. First of all, his name, Machine Gun Kelly. Ain't nobody popping my cherry named Machine Gun or Kelly. A machine, a gun, and Kelly. Girl, them too many people, too many things. But that Brad Pitt.
Okay.
That Brad Pitt.
I didn't know who Machine Gun Kelly was until today. What did he do? He's a singer, rapper.
Girl, I don't know, but it sounds like he might have a machine and a gun.
And
his name Kelly.
I think people with those extra hard masculine names, I think that he's just really covering up.
No, he's a superstar. I'm talking shit. He's a superstar.
Yeah, I think he's covering up his sweet interior. But like we said earlier, I do prefer chocolate. But that Brad Pitt, we can make an exception.
Brad Pitt can get it.
Okay. Who we got next?
Oh, that's my baby. Alton Mason, that's my baby. So I'm not even going to talk in that way.
Well, let me, please.
Go off.
Alton. My name is Cherry the Boom. I am a pansexual, transsexual, and you are all the things that I may ever motherfucking need.
Pansexual,
Like,
transsexual
I
is crazy.
love like a man who has a perfect blend of masculinity and femininity. I love a man who, he's gorgeous.
Oh, he's drop dead gorgeous.
That ain't just milk chocolate. That's like rich chocolate.
He is like the male version of Naomi Campbell to me.
Very much that. I could see that.
Yeah,
Definitely
well,
see
like
that.
I could see him being Naomi's like little brother, our son.
Mm-hmm.
No tea, no shade. Now the young M.A., I don't go that way. I don't go that way. I am a gay man. I'm not lesbian.
Well, Young and May.
I'm a gay. Oh, women. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't go that way with women. I'm not gonna do that. I don't care how butch you are. I don't care how masculine you are. It's not gonna happen. But I do love Young M.A.
I think Young M.A. is an attractive woman. I love her masculinity. I think it would be a pass for me simply because she ain't dark skinned. If she was dark skinned, we probably could. Cause I done ate some pussy before.
Oh,
I have, you know. I feel like you can't knock it until you try it, you know. And I think
can. Bitch, I can. I'm going to knock it, and I'm never trying
so what if the love of your life was, you know, what if the love of your life was someone who you may not just expect?
God ain't gonna do that to me.
Well, I'm gonna just say for me, I have dealt with studs, I have dealt with homosexual men, I've dealt with straight men, I've dealt with trans men. I like who treat me right, and I like a gentleman. And Young and May got the coin.
Okay.
Yeah, so like she really like a hood nigga at heart.
Different strokes for different folks.
Okay, thank you. Who we got next?
Oh.
Do I get up like NLE Chopper and Aaron Pierre?
I like NLE Chopper. I like Aaron Pierre too, but Aaron Pierre is like too pretty for me. I can't do that. But
Like, I don't know
NLE
if I should get up
Chopper,
and let y'all get into all of this, but Aaron.
I feel like you should.
Aaron. Should I give him a little?
I like-
a little teaser.
Oh.
A
Oh.
little 1, 2.
Oh yeah, I saw you at that ball too. Somebody sent me a clip.
You know, we gonna
I like NLE Chopper. He's adorable. I love. Speaking of confident, comfortable with who they are, NLE Chopper is that one. He is a man that is not afraid to come into space with LGBTQ people, celebrate them, love on them, and he's a straight man, and that is so sexy to me.
Yes, absolutely.
That is so. I like Aaron as well, but it's just like them green eyes or blue eye, whatever. That ain't for me. But Tiana, girl,
Shout
get
out
your
to my
life,
twin.
girl.
But no, they both can pop this cherry. I think NLE Chopper, he's a little too, as they would say, urban for me. Believe it or not, I do prefer more of a class act like Mufasa. Okay, but they both can get it. But if I had to pick between the two, it would definitely be Aaron Pierre. He is fine, and I don't even like light skin.
Oh, girl. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They just try to gag me with this.
They did. That's so messy. I love Chris Brown. I do love Chris Brown. He's so. I'm not gonna pick. Neither one of them can do. I'm not passing. I'm not letting them. It's just. First of all, Neo is a friend of mine, so that's completely off the table. And then Chris Brown, I just adore him. I think that people treat him so wrong, and so I just adore him. I look at him as though like he's a little brother. I've never met him, but that's how I feel about him. So I can't even look at him in a sexual type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I think he's sexy, but I don't look at him in a sexual type of way. But because he's just so adorable, and they do him so wrong, the baby.
And it's so crazy they call me a colorist, but the crazy thing is out of all these years, bitch, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. Bitch, when I was in high school, I used to think I was Chris Brown. Bitch, I used to be dancing.
I don't know if that's colorism or crazyism.
No. I say colorism because
I know what you mean, because you like darker men.
But he's just never did it for me. I've never just been like, oh, he's so fine, I gotta meet him. It's never been that for Chris Brown. And as far as Neo, I'm gonna have to pass on both of them.
Okay.
Neo he just gives uncle.
Nah, he's such a dope person. I love Neo.
He gives uncle. You guys, I think that was our last popper past that
I
cherry.
like that game. That's cute.
Yes, thank you. And also, you guys, if y'all have any guys, and it don't always have to be a celebrity. If you guys have any ideas, make sure you inbox me or email me, and we can add to the game different guys, different people, and it could be local people. It don't always have to be celebrity. It could be people from the ballroom community, the pageant community. It could be some of y'all DL trade. You know, it could be whomever. Let's play the game.
Ooh.
Moving on, let's talk about dating life. Now that we've seen all these fine ass men, are you dating?
You know, I am very private. I keep my life extremely private. You know why? Because when you keep your shit private, the enemy doesn't know where to attack. So I keep that very private. What I will say is that I am comfortable with where I am, love-wise. I'm comfortable.
AKA, I got a lot of hoes, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want people to clock my tea. Oh, because I just left this nigga house and I'm going to see somebody else.
See that tight? That tight?
But I've got a lot of people asking me as well, am I single? Yes, I'm single. I've been single for 7+ years. And the reason that I've been single is because since I've been single, I haven't been to jail. Because I'm not having none of that. I feel like...
You mean you got to work on this? You got to work on that?
No. And I have worked on it by staying to myself and not entertaining someone seriously who does appreciate me.
Okay.
And I feel like when someone genuinely loves you, it's just certain things they're not taking you through. Because we've all been in a place where we like someone. And when we like someone, we're just not doing certain things. You move differently when you genuinely like someone. And until I find that...
I also think, yes. But I also think that people have to understand that there is... that there is no perfect love. Like, people are gonna come flawed. You know, you may discover flaws about them later on. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but as far as like the texting other people, you know how sneaky motherfuckers
now
be.
Then that's disrespectful. Don't disrespect me.
Yeah, like
don't disrespect me.
Texting, playing games, sneaking out. I'm too real of a bitch to be playing them type of games with you.
But I always tell people, a nigga go be a nigga. A nigga go nigga. That's what they do.
And y'all, I'm sorry. You know I'm gonna speak my piece. I don't think every man is a dog. I think
I ain't say that.
But if he's not doing what's supposed to be done, that's dog activity. Go sit down. Go to the corner. Go to your pad.
What must be done?
No. And I feel like people that have that mindset, they're like, oh, well, if I have a man, I have to deal with this. No, I do believe, ladies, look at Sierra. Even though we don't know what, she's going through behind closed doors, but at least it's respected and he keeps it cute because a lot of these niggas walking around moving real slimy and dirty.
That's what I'm saying. Don't disrespect me. Like, don't be so comfortable that you can disrespect me publicly. Don't ever make a bitch or a nigga think they got one up on me. Like that. Now that is where I cross the line.
Okay, those are your don'ts.
I can tolerate a lot, but if a bitch know more than me about mine, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Then you be the first one to let me know. You tell me what's what. And then you give me the respect and let me decide if I want to deal with this shit. Don't let no motherfucker in the street have one up on me, because now I think you don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, well, that's Miss Lauren's take, bitch. I'm not playing with you. We not going through none of that. Ain't no bitch texting me, hitting me up about, we're not doing none of that. Because if we go do that, run me my coin. Thank you. And we go just keep it a buck. Okay, so you guys, now we're about to move into segment 3. And this is the topic where we're going to call it Booming Topics. Okay, we're going to get into some things that's been going on in social media that I haven't really discussed. And we're going to start off with, I was off social media the last couple of months, really, not really getting into topics because y'all know I'm no longer on Bigo. Okay, and... and I haven't really been able to talk about it, but there's an interview that was floating around with Nene Leakes and T.S. Madison, and we're gonna just play like a small clip of it because I'm sure y'all have seen it, and I just want to give my intake on it, just to piggyback off this biological woman and trans woman thing that we have and that's out there. Take a look.
Because
Would you date him if I know him?
Yeah, that doesn't. Do you only know gay men?
Well, I don't date gay men.
Well, okay. Well, I when you guys be saying that, that's weird.
Why?
Because what do you mean you don't date gay men? Because if he is sleeping with you and sleeping with a woman, he's something.
Well, he's not gay.
What is he?
He's definitely not gay.
He's bi?
Listen, because if a man come in here and he looks at me and you,
Yeah. What is he?
well, he likes women.
Yeah, because he doesn't know.
And if he does know, he likes women.
Okay.
Now-
So, but what is he?
Well, that will possibly, it's a possibility.
He's bisexual?
He could be bi or he could be pan.
Okay, what was pan? I forgot. That means you be whatever you like, whatever you like.
Hearts,
Pan.
not hearts.
Right. So whatever you see you like, whatever I'm on, that's what I'm on today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
You know, a lot of men are in,
Yeah.
a lot of men are pan, but they don't say anything. Like a
I
lot of
don't want to run into them. I don't want to date him.
Nene, if you've dated
I need you to like
Nene, if you've
Hello
dated
Kitty
if
all the
you
time.
if you've dated men,
Yes.
if you've dated men, there's a possibility in your life that
He's been with a man.
he's been with something.
I'm just gonna get to the point of it. I love T.S. Madison and I love Nene. Like, no shade. And I think that conversation couldn't have been had by two bigger icons than them two having that conversation. But me being a boom, I have to weigh in on that seriously because I feel like women, again, I love Nene. But women like Nene, there's this mindset that they have, and that adds to why there's so many DL men, why there's so many men lying about who they are, because a lot of black women, and it is predominant in the black community, a lot of black women have this thing like you can tell a man what he can and what he cannot like, and when he's open and honest or thinks about being open and honest, they are ostracized, they are judged, they are called names, they are considered gay. And even as a person that is proud to be a part of the LGBT, no one likes that stereotype. No one likes that narrative. No one wants to be labeled as a homosexual. And when it comes to a man, y'all have to understand, even though you may like what you like, everybody's entitled to have their own experience. And if you don't give a man a space to be honest, he's not going to be honest. And a lot of black men especially know that if I want this piece of pussy and I tell you my truth, you might not give me none. And because we know niggas is dogs, they're not going to always be honest about everything. And I think another part, and it goes for the straight community and the LGBT, QIA+, we have to allow these men to be themselves. What we want for them is not an option. And then y'all wonder why everybody is lied to. Y'all wonder why there's so much sneaking around. Y'all wonder why the rates in the straight community of STDs and HIV is so high, because people don't have the space to be honest. And one of the things that Nene said earlier was, well, if he want you, what would he want me? What does that make him? It makes him a grown man. It makes him a grown man that does what he wants, and he's entitled to that. And also, there's this thing where it's okay for women to be bisexual, but a man can't be. Like, that's uncalled for. We should not put those people in those places if we want change. Mm-hmm. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, that's a very obviously a very touchy conversation and our topic. What I will say is the trans women that I am extremely familiar with and grew up with, I consider them women. They look like women. They are women, Mm-hmm. And I see all the time men being attracted to them because what your eyes see is a woman. And so I don't really know. That's as much as I can offer to that topic.
Right. Yeah, I just think that people need to stop being so concerned with what someone else may prefer, especially when you're not going to give them the honest space to be honest about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to leave that right there. But the second topic that I really want to talk about is there's a lot of bicker about Jada Waiter's son, Loyal. And I like Jada.
So
Shout outs to the bad bitches.
I love Jada.
And I think Loyal is so fucking adorable.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, before we get into this topic, shout outs to women like Jada that do nothing but love their children. That is what a parent's job is, to make sure your child is getting their education, to make sure they're fed, they're sheltered, they're respectful. I think when you get into a child's gender and genitalia and preference, that's like adult activity. And it gets a little creepy when y'all are out here bullying children. Y'all love to say that children are off topic, but why is it not that children are off topic when their sexuality, and it's sick saying it, but their sexuality is at hand or at question? I think y'all need to really work on that. And it's something that is predominantly done in the black community. Y'all need to leave that baby alone. He is a child. And just because he's not a gangster, or he's not raised around the projects, or he's not out selling drugs or fucking bitches, because that's not his forte. And not to say he's gay, but not to say that's not where his mind is. And that's where no child mind should be. Because as soon as these little girls turn 13 and they're wanting to wear weave extensions or get their nail done, y'all are saying they're too fast. So allow this child to be a child. What you think?
I just adore their relationship.
Yes.
I love that she affirms him,
Yes.
that she gives him room to just be. And I think that for anyone questioning a child's sexuality based on a child just being a child,
That's it.
I think it's pretty ignorant, and I think that they have a lot of self-exploring that they need to do themselves.
And honestly, just watching it and seeing the comments, and shout out to his jelly bean shoes, okay, because I wish I had a parent at that age that allowed me to be me. And I want y'all to remember, people are who they are. You can't make someone gay,
Well,
and you
the
can't make
reality
someone
is
straight
self-expression has nothing to do with sexuality.
sexuality.
Self-expression has nothing to do with sexuality or gender expression. Not at all. So I think, again, when people create these assumptions, or throw these narratives out there, I think it more so reveals their ignorance than what is to be glorified, and that is the love between a mother and her son.
And if you want to be honest, we went through that as children as well. I know I did. Back in the day, they used to call it, such and such child maybe a little.
I definitely was. I was all the things,
baby.
Bitch. I didn't know no other way to be. My mom and them, they used to cry and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't shit I could do about it. It was what it was.
Because, baby, my mom used to be like, boys don't arch their eyebrows. Boys don't hold their hand like this. Baby, I don't know what boys do, but this is what I do.
And there are a lot of straight men that have
feminine tendencies.
Well, what has been said are feminine tendencies, but who actually made that up? Who said that only women can do this? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
You understand? Where did that come from? But yeah, so again, your self-expression has nothing to do with your sexuality or your gender role.
Absolutely. And I want you guys to always remember that we're born from a male and a female. So naturally, we're going to all possess qualities that are masculine and feminine. And some may be greater or less than, but we are no one to judge someone and to tell them how masculine they can be, because every woman is not feminine. And every man is not naturally masculine. That does not mean she's lesbian or he's homosexual. It's just a matter of they are who they are. So let's please allow space in this life where people can just be true to who they are. We don't have enough time because they like, bitch, you got but we don't have enough time to get to our last topic, but we will close this out. And you guys, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been following, tuning in. I hope you guys really enjoyed my first episode of Cherry on Top. Miss Lawrence,
yes,
the iconic, the beautiful, the sweet, the loyal, the giving, the mugged, okay, the dancing. Thank you for being my first guest.
Absolutely.
It means so much to me.
Absolutely.
Y'all, when I called Lawrence and asked, and mind you, y'all know I'm on Black People Time. This was so last minute, but the first time I called, he was like, yeah, bitch, just let me know where to be, when to be. And we are here. I think it was a success. I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you. You can tell them your social media where they can follow you and find you, as
y'all
if they don't know.
Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Miss Lawrence, and that's MISS Lawrence on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, X is what it's called. X.
X.
Ain't it called X now? It's not
I guess
Twitter
when
anymore.
I think of X, I'm thinking of
What are you talking about? Oh,
X-rated.
X-rated. No, I've not done that yet. I'm not above it, but I've not done it.
Okay, and you guys, as we wrap up the show, I just want to say if anyone wants to sponsor, do any promotions, make sure you reach out. Make sure you follow my Instagram, not only Miss Cherry the Boom, but also Cherry on top _ podcast on IG. And this interview will be posted on my YouTube, which is also Miss Cherry the Boom. I love you guys. Like I said, make sure you hit me up. Make sure you do promotions, sponsors, all of that, and let's get this show on the road.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Yeah.
She's an old school girl, full of pearls. She's seen it all, been around the world. She's had to fall, even crawl, but she got it back together. Now she's queen of the ball. She's a mother, she's a boss. She wears a crown, she paid the cost. When she's walking, they'll be talking, saying, "Red